The two biggest print-on-demand companies in the world are merging into one company, and this news has shaken up the print-on-demand landscape. In this video, I want to cover what's happening and what you can expect if you are a Printful or Printify merchant, and I want to talk about some of the positives and the negatives to this news. Let's jump in. If you weren't aware, news broke just a few days ago that Printful and Printify, arguably the two largest print-on-demand companies in the world, are merging into one company. And so, first of all, I want to start off by kind of letting you know what they've said, what's happening, and then we'll jump into some of the positives and negatives, potential negatives, of this merger. So, looking at the official announcement from Printful on their website, it says Printful and Printify announced merger for accelerated growth in the global market. But before we get into that, we gotta help this Printful guy out. He's got his logo printed on his t-shirt down close to his belly button. So let's fix that for him real quick. Jumping over into Recraft, I've got the image loaded up and the Printful logo. Let's first just click on this and click erase area. We're gonna erase this Printful logo real quick, and the AI will just erase it and make that t-shirt look natural. Now that we've done that, let's convert this over to a mock-up by hitting the convert to mock-up button. So we'll convert these two dudes over into a print-on-demand mock-up. Okay, now let's bring over the Printful logo to drop it on this t-shirt. We'll have to scale it down. Okay, now we've got our guy looking a little bit better. Let's adjust this a little bit. So down here on the on mock-up, I'm gonna turn this off. That's gonna brighten it up a little bit. Then I'm gonna adjust the colors. We're gonna take up the brightness a bit to get that to pop a little bit more. I'm even gonna bring up the saturation, just bring out those colors a little bit. And voila, just like that. Now we've got our Printful guy looking better with his logo printed where it should be printed on the t-shirt. Okay, back to the press release. I'm not gonna bore you with this whole press release. You can definitely go read this for yourself, but a couple things I wanna point out. So right here, by joining forces as equal partners and combining their technology capabilities and resources, the new company will be able to create a business providing greater product selection, broader geographic reach, and improving fulfillment solutions for everyone, from individual entrepreneurs to leading global companies. Both the Printful and Printify brands will be maintained for the foreseeable future, and existing sellers and customers can expect to see new offerings on both platforms soon. So that's the biggest thing I wanted to point out from this press release, is just like, what does this mean going forward? And as you can see, there's a lot of business kind of corporate speak there, stuff that may not mean a lot to you as a merchant. So I want to talk about the important things to you and what this means for you. They also point out down here in the article, they say our combined company will give our merchants more top quality products, more places to sell, more innovative solutions, and more growth and profit. Again, a little bit ambiguous there. I think Printify has like 700 plus products. There's already a massive product catalog. They already sell, allow you to sell on a ton of different platforms, including Amazon, TikTok, Shopify, etc., Etsy. So I don't know exactly what they mean by that. Let's dig a little bit deeper. On Printful's Instagram, on the day that I'm recording this video, they have just released a new YouTube video, which is meant to ease some of the concerns that you might have as a merchant. So they put out this video, and I've watched through this video a couple times to kind of see what is the substance, what can we take from this. The biggest thing that they talk about here is this section right here. Will this impact my business during sales season? So right now, fourth quarter, Black Friday coming, Christmas coming, and the good news is if you're already selling with Printful or Printify, nothing will change for this year. So you can expect through the entire fourth quarter and the holiday season, you will not have any changes in your merchant accounts or with shipping or with products or with the interface. Nothing like that will be happening this fourth quarter. So that's good. That's good news. The other thing they mention in here, but they say it in a way that's not very informative, is they say that Printful and Printify will continue operating independently of each other into the future, and they say it in a way that sounds like they're never going to. Are you new to the print-on-demand world and you're thinking about starting up your own apparel or print-on-demand brand? If so, I have a free class where I can help you over at shirtschool.com, where I break down my Shirt School system that has helped thousands of people from around the globe start, grow, and scale profitable online apparel and print-on-demand brands since 2019. We have by far the most amazing community and best program on the internet, and we'd love for you to check it out if you're wanting some help getting started with an apparel or print-on-demand brand, or you want to learn how to grow your print-on-demand or apparel brand. So go check out my free class over at shirtschool.com. Back to the video. They say it in a way that sounds like they're never going to merge these things, which of course can't be true. We know that if they're merging companies, they're going to want to merge softwares, merge teams. They're going to want to be one company at some point. And so I just found this video not super helpful because they don't answer, I think, a lot of the questions that we have, and they kind of leave things open-ended in a lot of ways. And so you can go watch it for yourself. I didn't find it super helpful. Let's talk about some of the potential positives of this merger. And to be honest, I'm a little bit skeptical. I don't think there's a lot of real positives that can come out of this, but let's talk about those. Number one, more products. They could potentially offer you more products as a print-on-demand seller. As I've mentioned, Printful and Printify both have hundreds and hundreds of products. I believe Printify is somewhere between 700 and 1,000 products. So how many more products can they really offer? I'm sure there's some more out there, but you know, they already offer probably the biggest catalog available. Another potential positive, they could provide better customer service. You know, in theory, by having a bigger team or by having just, you know, more valuable people on their team, potentially they could provide better customer service. If you've had issues with either one of these companies, a combined company with more resources, more talent, those kind of things could potentially provide better customer service. I think the biggest benefit we could potentially see from this merger is an expanded fulfillment network. Being able to fulfill orders around the world by combining the Printify network along with the actual Printful owned warehouses, I think this could be the biggest benefit, which would potentially allow you quicker shipping times, maybe lower cost. And so the products are getting to your customers quicker and you're paying a little bit less, reducing carbon emissions, all those kind of things. So I think this is probably the biggest benefit to this. In my mind, the misconception here is they want to tell you that by combining these two companies, they're going to have more resources, more capabilities to offer you more things, just more access to bigger product catalogs, all these kind of things. In my mind, as somebody who works with a lot of different print-on-demand companies and works with students and merchants that are actually selling each and every day, I can tell you that Printful and Printify are already massive companies. And so I don't know by combining them if that really gives them this kind of mega corporation that could access more, because they already are very large. They're the largest print-on-demand companies, and they already have access to a lot of large brands like Adidas, Under Armour, and different things. And so I don't know exactly from what I've seen how this is going to help them really expand everything that they're doing and give you access to more brands and more products and more resources with this new combined company. Okay, next let's talk about some of the potential downfalls or some of the concerns that I have and I know others have as well. The biggest thing I want to talk about is, will this create a monopoly in the print-on-demand world? And I think it definitely could. Right now, you have, in my mind, 3 to 4 top print-on-demand companies that are kind of dominating the print-on-demand world, but you also have a lot of smaller print-on-demand companies, hundreds of them potentially. In my mind, you've got Printful and Printify, you have Gelato in third, and you have a few other companies kind of vying for that 4th spot, maybe a Guten or a T-Launch, a few other companies you could name here, and then it kind of drops down from there and you have a lot of smaller companies. Now, by combining these top 2 companies, you reduce the competition in the print-on-demand market. It gives you less options as a print-on-demand seller, and it also potentially gives this new Printfulify, this new company, it gives them the possibility of buying up some of these smaller companies creating even less competition and really letting them dominate the market, possibly creating a monopoly. If you're not familiar with what a monopoly is, it's basically one company that controls an entire market. This can be very dangerous because they can put people out of business very easily, and they can control the pricing of certain products, forcing other companies to follow suit because they own so much of the market that they can control how the production, they can control the pricing, they can control, obviously, as I said, the smaller companies, they have the ability to kind of buy those up or shut them down, put them out of business. And so I think this could potentially create a monopoly in the print-on-demand market. The second question I have, or concern, potential negative, which I think is the one that most sellers are concerned about, is will prices go up? Now, as I just talked about with a monopoly, this allows a large mega company like this that's merged to set the pricing in the market. Because they own so much of the market, they can increase the prices because people are just going to pay them because they don't have other options. And so I think there's a possibility that if you create this mega company that's really controlling everything in the print-on-demand market, they could potentially just say, we'll charge as much as we want because people don't have other options to go find these products with other print-on-demands, so we can charge whatever price we want. Now, if you were to even look at just a certain product category, let's take a product category that Printify or Printful might have access to currently that you can't find on a lot of other print-on-demand providers. If you were to take that category of products and that was the only place you could find those products, so if they were to shut down, force smaller print-on-demand companies to shut down or buy up smaller print-on-demand companies, and there were no other options for a certain product category, let's take blankets for instance. If the only place you could get blankets was from Printful or Printify, and maybe you did have a couple other print-on-demand providers, but they did not offer blankets, the only place you could get it was Printful or Printify or this new company, they could charge as much as they want. Because if you want to sell blankets, you have to go to Printfulify or this new company, right? So could they charge $50, $60 for a blanket? They could, and that would drive up the cost for us as merchants, but also for the end user. So prices could definitely go up if a monopoly is created, and if these product categories are not able to be found, there's no competitors for you to use for these certain products. So is print-on-demand dead in 2025 with the news of this potential massive merger? Well, I think there's a lot of questions to be answered. Print-on-demand is definitely not dead, but it's going to be interesting in 2025 to see what happens not only with this merger, but the bigger impact it could have on the print-on-demand market with the opportunity for this new company to create a monopoly and buy up smaller companies. So we're gonna have to see what happens in 2025, what changes come about, but print-on-demand is not dead yet. And if you want to see me react to some terrible Shopify apparel stores, just click here to watch that video.